Yes, sir. It's your boy Hayes back with another one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, let's give this video a thumbs up. If not, you already know. Also, if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on so you'll be alerted every time we have a new post, guys. Also, if you want to join VIP, they'll be alerted whenever some of the best plays are being called out. Click join on the home page of the channel, third tier. It's going to give you all access every single time we enter and exit the play and making those moves, guys. Today, last week, all the plays that was called out was a hit except for one, I believe. This week, two plays was called out today, quick entry and exits. Both of them was green as well. So wish I would have got into those bangers I knew would make those moves. I seen on last week that Tesla and Meta had gaps to fill, but you know how I get holding stocks over the weekend, over to the next day, all that. Like I did, I wrote down in my journal what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. Sometimes I will come out of my comfort zone and I'll buy something and hold it to the next day, but if I do, it's going to be very, very, very small because I didn't learn from those mistakes. I mean, I'm just going to put up a couple $100 like I did one time before. I put $500 on the swing with Melda. The next day it was nearly $2,000 off of 500. So you do make a lot of money with those swings like that. But the only thing that I don't like, you're not able to manage risk because it can gap up or gap down. If you're on the wrong side of the trade, you're gonna lose everything within options. So that's one of my things with that. Also with earnings is like 50-50, is like gambling. But whenever you want to have more consistent wins, a real strategy to where everything is calculated, that's when you either end the day down a small amount or up a nice amount, growing your account. It ain't no in between where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose it all on this and the third, you know what I'm saying? But there's ways around it to swing trade for the ones that do that. You just gotta manage risk. Before I wasn't managing risk correctly, whenever I wrote down in my journal to see what I'm good and bad at, that, every time I swung it, I always was oversized. And that's definitely one of the issues with a lot of traders as well. That's why I talk about these things over and over and over and over again, because you need to learn from these mistakes that people continuously make even after being in the game for years. So the more you hear it, the more it starts to resonate, the more it starts to stick, and the better you'll become as you're doing this. So you already know. But anyways, let's go and take a look at it. Stock market added $2 trillion to the market today. I ain't seen one of those in a minute. Before, we seen the stock market lost 2 trillion a day. It lost another 2 trillion a day. The market lost another trillion. That's all it was doing. But we know Donald Trump had tweeted on last week saying it was a good time to buy again, saying the market that we about to see crazy gains more than you ever could imagine, or whatever, however he worded it. Basically saying buy though, to put it in conclusion. Same thing that he did whenever he paused tariffs and came out and tweeted by the stock market. The stock market had its greatest day since World War II. People were just making thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars just like that, man. It's insane stuff. So you already know. Meta, Tesla, they on my radar. Palantir on my radar. Lyft is on my radar. Uh, Nvidia, I got a lot on my radar. They all doing good, doing what they supposed to do. I see the market is trying to be mixed a little bit, meaning everything isn't moving in sync how it was last time he tweeted. We got some stuff that's running, some that's staying stagnant. Some may even was pulling back today. When usually, sometimes they all can be in sync. If one up, they all up. One down, they all down. But right now it's a little different. So as today we got China and the U.S. coming to an agreement. Today the stock market surge as Nasdaq entering a new bull market after the U.S. and China agreed to slash the high tariffs on each other goods. So that definitely is going to be good for the market after having all those different tariffs. The tariff conversation lingering over the stock market is good whenever they can come out and come to some type of agreements. That's going to be a positive sign for the market. On top of that, with the Trump tweet, with everybody still knowing that he told everybody to buy. On top of that, we got Bitcoin. It crossed over 100,000, nearing its highs. It pulled back today as well, but from it doing that, all these markets, these different intricacies goes together, and the more influences that you have, the more better your eyes is on whatever direction of the market that you're expecting the market to go to. So going into tomorrow, though, guys, it will be interesting because the market definitely is due for some type of little pullback. after being, running up the way it has been, it's definitely due for some type of pullback, I believe. I'm trying to log into my account so I can. One second. Here we go. So yeah, I believe it's definitely due for a pullback, but I do believe it's going to go a lot higher. Before we see these pullbacks, they could be going into tomorrow. Like I said, opinions don't really matter. But right here, Tesla have a gap to fill up to $330. It needs to go to 330, 340-ish area. Before it does that, though, it could come back and test that resistance of $300, right around 303, 300. So I'm seeing this. I'm gonna pay attention to the market closer tomorrow. See if it want to dip down and test that before running to 330, or if it continues to hold up at the range it's been holding, it's definitely going to continue to push higher and close that gap and go even higher, guys. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. But like I say, be careful for these dips because these dips will occur even if the market decides to recover within that same day. Meta is at $639. It done closed this gap at 639, 640 ish. It done closed the gap. It still could go higher though. If the market decides to push higher tomorrow, it could go to around 670. Not saying that can happen all in one day, it can, but just saying that's the next levels. It's some smaller levels in between as well, but I'll be watching for that. If Meta decides to pull back, you pay attention. It could pull back to around 615, 617 area, and if it don't hold that, it's going to come back to around the 600 area, 600 at 590 where it was previously on Friday. But I do believe the market, with the news that we got today, with what Trump said, with other influences that's lining up, companies that reported good earnings, it definitely could help hold the market up and push it higher from where it currently is. I just know how the market loves to operate. Even going into a bullish market, it ain't just going to skyrocket straight up with no type of crazy volatility like you're on a roller coaster. Same thing when it go bearish, it ain't going to just go straight down. It's going to have those spikes and those dips along the way that's going to scare some people off before it get to its final destination. So you already know what to do. Add your boy on Instagram at the _. DM me for a one-on-one, anything like that. Also, feel free to join VIP. Click join on the home page. Third tier give you all access to every single play that we enter and exit. Love y'all. We out, and God bless you.